Democrats may have found their kryptonite at the state capitol. The party, who has all the power, has been getting bullied recently by ballot issues that threaten how state money gets spent. Today, a compromise made a road funding ballot issue go away before you even saw it this November. The compromise means there could be more money for roads. Our Marshall Zellinger explains where that money will come from. Here's a hint. It's you.
The word compromise can be used to describe a giant crack in the road, like the one on I-70 east toward Strasburg last month. Today, the word compromise means making a ballot issue go away, one that could have forced state lawmakers to spend $750 million a year to keep roads from looking like this.
It's never been really a disagreement about whether or not we need to fix our roads in the state of Colorado. It's been a question of how we do that, and that is the conversation that we've committed to.
He drives I-25 to and from Fort Collins, and Democratic State Representative Andy Basenecker helped lead this compromise that now keeps voters from forcing the state to spend money on roads, likely at the expense of schools or health care.
What did you promise them that made them go away?
I think it wasn't a promise to make somebody go away. It was quite frankly a promise to include folks in the conversation.
Our members were getting frustrated over the last 8 years that roads were becoming less and less of a priority.
Tony Milo is head of the Colorado Contractors Association, which collected signatures to put the road funding measure on November's ballot.
We spent about $2 million.
$2 million right through the cracks, with two promises. The first, a promise that state lawmakers next year will fund about $120 million for road repair. But from where?
If you look at the electric vehicles that aren't paying their fair share, there are things that can be done there. If you can probably look around here and see all kinds of expired plates that we're not enforcing. So let's take that low-hanging fruit and see what we can do with some of that.
The second promise, lawmakers would send the ballot measure to voters in 2027 to ask voters to raise taxes.
There's no money. That's the thing. We're going to have to ask the voters to fund it.
Outgoing Democratic State Representative Brianna Tachone is none too pleased with this type of compromise.
They put these cockamamie things on there that we have to say, oh my God, this is going to look good to the public. And they might vote for it, and it's going to cause complete chaos in this building, and that's extortion.
Do you feel like you've extorted lawmakers?
I don't think that's the right word. I think when you look at politics, politics is always compromise.
Both of those promises of funding are contingent on next year's legislature agreeing. But with Democrats aiming for a supermajority, that may not be an issue, though. Asking voters for a new source of funding has not gone well in Colorado unless that source of money comes from a sin tax like tobacco, alcohol, or a pot tax. Evan?
Listen, Marshall, you're the politics guy. I'm just the fifth-string news anchor. But I'm curious, how do you promise money that's not guaranteed, and who did that here?
Right. Well, state lawmakers who will be there next year were apparently involved in this compromise. And in the literature, it says Attorney General Phil Weiser was as well. Tony Milo from the Contractors Association told me they have the support of next year's General Assembly and the new governor, but only Weiser was involved. Milo admitted Victor Marks was not part of this, but Milo planned on reaching out to Marks about the compromise anyway.
That'll be worth following. Marshall Zellinger, thank you.